All right. It is Sunday, 26 October 2025. Setting up for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Sunday edition. Hope you all had a great weekend. And planning for a great week ahead. Looking forward to it myself. So, getting everything set up here on my side so that I can take and get our folks together and connect us up. I'm making sure all the platforms are all set and ready to go. It's a Willie night, so looking forward to seeing Willie and the rest of the crew in. Be calling them up here in just a minute. Making sure all the bells and whistles are rolling. We looking good so far. See what we got. All right. Things looking good here so far. Let me switch us over to get the opening banner off. Let me get that censorship guy up, because it sucks. See how the folk guys and gals are doing tonight. Doing now. Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, there you are.
Here
There
I
you are.
am.
What's going on?
Not too much. Doc in tonight with us, or?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't see him up and rolling yet, so.
Let me give him the link right now.
There we go. So how's your weekend going?
Good.
All right.
Yeah, I've been dogging out. I'm living in Dogtown.
Dogtown.
It's pretty cool. I just I don't know, last night for the first time, one of the big king dogs of the whole place, he's the sweetest guy in the world. But he was just sitting outside my rig last night. And he pretty much spent the whole night just sleeping by my door, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's huge. I would let him in here. He's just so big. It's just literally no place for him.
When you have him, romping around there with Blue too on top of that.
Yeah. I mean, like, Blue can sit in the front seats very comfortably, like all kinds of different positions, everything. He could never sit in the front seat. Right?
Really?
He would just never. He would never sit on a car seat.
He's just that big, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when he stands up on his hind feet, I'm 6'2", he's my height.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's huge. He's got a big lion's mane. I mean, I'm telling you, this dog's like the real deal.
Hey, Doc, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. It's going.
What's up, Doc?
Oh, not too much. Not too much. Watching the Steelers-Packers game in the background.
Oh, okay.
That's should be a good one. Probably the last time Aaron Rodgers has a chance to beat his old team. If he beats the Packers tonight, he'll have all 32 teams under his belt.
What? Oh, you would have beat all of them. Interesting.
Yep.
That's probably not a statistic many quarterbacks have.
No, not many of them get to play that long, for sure.
Because you're in the AFC or the NFC, you don't play the other divisions unless it's in the playoffs.
Well, no, they do now. Now that they, since they did the realignment probably 15, 20 years ago, they have four divisions, and they kind of rotate playing through the four different divisions.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. It's been so long since I've watched football.
Yeah.
But yeah, that rings a bell, what you're talking about there. Then they like they play everybody in your division twice, but then everybody goes out and plays like one other, two other, three other teams or whatever, right?
Yep.
Is Yotivation coming in too? Or is that... Oh, that's
I don't think so.
Hog. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Hug Boy.
Hug Boy!
The Hug Boy, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Hug Boy.
Yeah, you keep moving the meeting. It's going all over the place. I don't understand.
I have no control over that. It's Mark.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's out of control. I mean, first he starts cutting Willie off all the time, and then now he keeps moving the damn chat.
Oh, is that how it is? Okay.
Oh, boy. So it's a beautiful night out here. I hope you guys are having the same.
Oh, it is beautiful out.
It's really nice now that it's cooling down and we got rain. How do you like that rain, David Hogg? Oh, love it.
Oh, man. I know. My pond was almost dried up. It's not much better, but we still got rain.
Yeah, it's fall in the Pacific Northwest. It doesn't stop raining up here until March, maybe April.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was watching some live streams last night, and they definitely look wet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They were very wet last night in Portland.
But it also looked like everybody didn't really give a shit because they were just used to it and prepared and wearing the plastic and all that stuff, and they were dry as a bone underneath it all.
Yeah, that and the
used to it,
Patriots were winning.
Oh yeah, the Antifa got beat up pretty good.
They scored a major win last night. Yeah, I tell you, damn it, Antifa's keeping me up. It's I want to go to sleep, but I got 3 live streams running, which you can't watch while your eyes are closed.
No,
see, the thing is, give them 2 weeks, and they'll set up another one a block away, and it'll just be back to normal.
Give them 2 days. They already tried to move across the street.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
They just cleaned up their encampment last night, or this morning. The police did went and swept their camp because there's supposed to be some court ruling coming this next week, so they wanted to make it look clean when they were doing their jobs.
Right. Well, they left a ton of trash, and I watched a video this morning where some girl is like, "Is this your garbage?" And there's a guy standing out there, and he's like, "No, it's MAGA. It's MAGA. They did this." And she's like, "No, it's not. It's your garbage." So he starts, "Fuck you."
That's pretty standard. Yeah, pretty standard for those street protesters. They're ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Literally, MAGA's had an encampment there in the middle of town for the last 140 days where they've been rioting every night. Yeah,
they blame MAGA for everything. Yep. Well, it was great last night. So after the encampment got cleared up and everything, the group of patriots decided they're going to go to the Antifa safe house. So it's midnight, and they're knocking on the door. It was great. Yeah.
Apparently, some NGO has moved in down the street too to help Antifa out.
Mm-hmm.
One of these.
Yeah, it's our tax dollars once again being refunded.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane the way that the government runs up here. Like how much they allow them to get away with. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, they usually have some sort of Antifa sympathizer on their board, you know?
Got 3 of them on their board in Portland.
Yeah.
Well, the mayor, yeah.
Yep, and the mayor, and yeah, it's nuts. Apparently, go ahead.
You've seen Portlandia, that show?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's that. It's not a fiction.
I know.
It's not a comedy. It's a documentary.
I got a friend that can't watch Portlandia because it's too close to the truth.
Yeah.
He saw the episode where they went to the farm to meet the chicken that they were going to eat, whatever. And he was like, that's just too real, man. That's just, it's like that, I'm telling you.
Then there's the other side of Oregon, which is very, very rural and very like lumberjacky, and they don't mix well at all. It's like oil and water. They just go at it constantly.
Yep.
I hear the Proud Boys are headed up this way again. A bunch of them are coming together with Enrique Tario coming up this week to be out at the ice facility. So that'll be fun. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
That should make for some good late night live streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I always check in on those and see if there's stuff going on, and if there is, I'll watch it. But a lot of times you tune into Cam Hagby or whoever it is, and there's just like 8 people on a corner somewhere, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. The last couple of nights have been very entertaining.
Yeah, it doesn't really get going until after 10. Like, I'll watch Portland Andy's right before I go to bed. I'll watch his streams, and that's when stuff starts getting really going.
Yep. And you don't have to watch it live. Just, the next morning you can get up and they'll show you the highlights.
Yeah, exactly. You go
after a while, the FOMO kicks in, and so you're like, cool, I'm watching it live. So, yeah. I will fall asleep to the live streams, wake up, back it up some, keep watching.
Yeah, they're goofy.
Yeah. Antifa's keeping me up all night. What, they're in your area? No, it's live streams. Man. Fun times.
So how's your week go, David?
Off and on. It was an off and on week. So
good.
Yeah.
You're still not...
doubling up on the vitamin is definitely helping. I have much better moments. So.
And can you drink more like slushies and stuff? You know what I mean?
No.
You're still down to because that's dialysis thing, right?
Yeah, that's a dialysis thing. Okay. Supposed to have 32 ounces a day, but there's no way I can do 32 ounces only. Yeah. I'm sitting here right now with, my mouth is dry. I've gone through double my budget of liquid already. There. Hey, Mark's back, everybody.
Yeah, I'm back. Yep. You see, I can take a little
that's
break.
What it's like not to be interrupted.
No one's getting interrupted when I'm gone. Yeah. And we're not going to have any prima donnas that's just going to click and walk off. No, not tonight.
Exactly. No.
Well, except for David Hogg, of course.
Well, but he always does that, right at the beginning of a show. He'll be tease you and say, "Oh yeah,
fun.
No." He always says this too. I'm gonna come back on the second hour. All right, but if my alarm goes off,
I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
Yeah.
I have set an alarm, and then for whatever reason, your chat thing doesn't work anymore. It's like, damn it, I woke up for this.
That's because we went into a different chat at the time, and, hey.
Yeah, but I got a whole list of them on the side.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get notifications.
Whenever I come in, there's usually a button up top that says there's a meeting going on, and you just click that and you go straight to it.
I don't think I've seen that. Right.
Or does it doesn't it give you a notification if one of the rooms is being used or something? I don't know. There's got to be a way to tell.
I don't think it does.
That's kind of odd that it wouldn't, like, you go see a list of rooms and they could all be, like, teeming with people talking, but you would never know until you just opened up every one.
No.
Yeah, just randomly.
Actually, for me, if someone's in a room and that, it'll light up the room. It'll be highlighted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say there must be a way. That would seem like a giant, like, oversight. Like, that'd be probably the first thing I'd do tomorrow if I took over that site. Like,
yeah.
Like, really? People can't see that this room's being used? That's probably where they want to go, and every other room is empty?
I guess it's a different color blur. I don't notice it.
Oh, you're colorblind. I always forget that.
No,
I'm not colorblind.
It's white. I'm colorblind.
No, but my vision gets blurry.
I mean racially, David.
Apparently it's racist to be colorblind. So,
yeah, that's why you're all over it.
Yeah, there you go.
Here we go.
Yep, here we go.
Here we go.
Yep. Starting with the racism.
He's a little racist.
Yep.
A little bit of racism makes everything better.
Yep.
Like a spoonful of sugar.
Yeah.
Makes the medicine go down, don't you know?
Or it's like putting bacon on things, you know?
Oh, bacon.
Yeah,
awesome,
there you go.
Man. Yeah.
Yep. So somebody tell Willie that he needs to make up a skit with a Faraday cage, but of course Willie would call it a ferret day cage. You know, it's the cage that you keep a ferret in during the day. You know,
day cage.
Yes, that is actually pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's a good Willieism. So,
oh boy.
Since I'll be asleep when Willie actually shows up, you know, somebody should let him know.
Well, why would we
do cage?
Why would we do that?
Because sometimes Willie needs a little bit of, you know, basically tell him, don't use this joke, and he'll use it in the first 1 minute. So, you know, he's good at blowing the punchline before the skit even starts.
That's what makes him Willie.
That's what, exactly. You know, and to expect otherwise means you don't know Willie. You know.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Well, at least he hasn't drug in some of those, some of his girlfriends here lately, you know.
Oh my God. Oh my
man.
God. Yeah, those are horror stories. Yep.
Oh, hey, baby. I just pop you in the head.
Are you beating your dog again on the radio?
Oh my God!
No,
don't beat your dog. That's so terrible.
I just opened my door and heard a little thud. I was like, "Ooh."
I'm amazed. Athena gets whacked in the head accidentally all the time. She's just like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And she's like, "It didn't even happen."
Yeah, she didn't even notice. I don't think.
Yep. It's like, why are you hitting the head all the time? That's nothing.
I don't know how Zeus always hits his head on the stove. And the stove is like way over. It's not even in the middle of the room or anything. But you'll hear this bang. I'm like, what the? It's like, oh, it's just Zeus hitting his head on the damn stove. I think he likes to hear it. You know, sometimes.
Could be, yeah.
I think he just
maybe
the way it rings.
Something will fall off of it.
Yeah, that could be it too. Yep. When I found out at work you could just slam the candy machine and stuff would fall out of it, man, it changed my life. Yep.
Great conspiracy in the Kick Chat. That's our buddy.
That reminds me, I gotta go over and repost the show on my channel. I like they added that to Rumble where you can post it so it appears on your feed for your subscribers.
Right.
Yeah.
I got the dog whining for some reason. There's nothing she needs. She's just like, you mentioned my name.
That's all it takes.
Yep. She's just sitting there at the doorway, just staring at me. What do you want? Dina, what do you want? Kommen Sie hier, bitte. Ja, kommen Sie hier.
Oh, you're gonna make it do a Hitler salute? Like
was haben
Count
Sie
Dankula?
Bocken gemacht?
To the little Dankula. That was
boy.
the fact that he went to jail for that. Like that should have been a warning sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, he's doing it on the radio though, so you don't get. It's not as good as doing it on video, but yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Folks, it is happening.
Yeah,
It is happening.
She just now learned "Give Me Your Paw," so you know. Yep. As soon as she gets it up high enough.
You say sick healing because she's up and she'll.
Yep.
Nice. That's good. See,
Which,
I told you
is
you
fine,
are
except for
colorblind.
Mrs. Hogg is getting upset that I keep using the black marker to give her the mustache, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Women don't just. I don't know. They don't get it.
I know. So I'm pretty sure after we're done with this, I'll be using AI to make my dog as a Nazi song.
Get like frame pictures all over the house.
Some Oktoberfest music playing in the background.
Yeah, some German Oompa.
Yeah.
Yep. Or that or Carmina Burana. Yeah. It's just my dog who looks just like Hitler. Not a mustache.
Yep.
Not a mustache. My dog looks like Hitler. He was a Sieg Heil, a Siegi Heil. My puppy looks like Hitler.
See, now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head for the next 3 days.
That's public domain, by the way, so nobody can say anything.
Cut that, chop it, throw it in the ANI.
From Carmen.
Now, see, that was on the fly. There's no planning for that. That was just the brain of David Hogg. And that's why I belong in a mental institution.
Well, and that's why AI can never compete against the genius of human comedy, you know?
That is true. AI can randomly get stuff, and sometimes because it's random, it's funny. So it amazes me some of the stuff that AI can come up with.
Yeah,
it's like random on accidentally funny though.
Although
Grok does have like a little like it picks up subtle humor and memes and stuff, but it's
some of the music AIs will do that.
I got a question for you guys. This whole like the East Wing of the White House, is it actually gone? Is the whole thing gone?
I don't even know.
I don't know. I have seen that area. It's like, well, this is the part they're going to demolish.
Well, I think it was aliens.
I've seen like photos of it all wiped out. So I don't know. Here's the deal. I don't care. It's not my money paying for it.
Right? Exactly.
You know, I don't live there, and it's not my tax dollars. It's not like Obama and his crap in a basketball court.
Yeah.
You know, which I paid for. Didn't even vote for the man, but I had to pay for a basketball court.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mike. You were going to say something. Is it actually all demolished, or?
Let me see here. I'll pull it up and check.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because I was trying to ask AI about it last night, and I just like ran out of questions with it.
Don't trust AI. You know,
I know. Exactly.
we started using. I think it was Grok. We were looking at stuff online, Walmart, and we're trying to figure out, what's the price per ounce, and normally it tells you, but some of the stuff it doesn't. So I'm like, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to ask Grok. So I'm like, Grok, it's 1.2 liters of olives, and this is the sale price. How much is it per ounce? And so Grok, figures it out and spits off some number, and Mrs. Hogg hears it, and she's like, that can't be right. And all of a sudden the AI is like, oh, wait a minute, let me double check.
Oh, no.
Like, oh,
no.
actually, this is the right answer. And I'm like, you're AI. You're supposed to get
simple math, too.
Stuff like, you're supposed to do math. Yeah, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I get confused. I get confused. So I'm like, okay, well, tell you what, how about you respond to me in a male voice so you don't mess up like that? They called me sexist.
He called you a sexist.
Yeah, so, I couldn't believe it.
It looks like the whole add-on that was called the East Wing is gone.
Okay.
But it was a tiny little section.
Is it just the awning that went over the driveway, or is it the whole thing?
It's the awning in the building.
The hall and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it'll be nice.
Huh.
It'll be nice.
Yeah.
But you can tell you can tell by looking at pictures it was itself an add-on at one point because it doesn't match with the rest of the construction.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But now it will because Trump's gonna Trump's gonna do it right.
So
he's gonna put a huge ballroom. Yeah, exactly.
So just to be clear,
now the West Wing
they did demolish the entire East Wing.
That's what it looks like in the pictures.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But maybe they can build it. Maybe they're going to build it back the same way and add a ballroom.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That kind of makes sense. Otherwise you get old building and then like a little new piece at the end.
Which is what the East Wing looked like. It looked like it was this little piece of building attached to the side of the. So I don't know.
I mean, they complain that the White House was built by slaves, but they demolished it when they complained because we demolished it and like built it with just regular paid workers. Mm-hmm. It's like they should be happy.
Yeah. Bottom line, I know it will be beautiful. I know it'll be like the rival.
It'll be the best ballroom, the best East Wing ever.
He wants people from Dubai to go in there and say, "Wow, that's nice."
Yeah, it'll be like Mar-a-Lago on steroids.
The fact the White House doesn't have a ballroom is kind of actually shocking to me in the first place. Like,
well, they have tents outside,
but you don't
tents up outside. Yeah, it's crazy.
I wonder if he put a putt-putt in there too.
He could.
Yeah, you know.
Turn the Rose Garden into a 3-hole green.
No.
At least a pickleball.
9.
Court,
you could do 9 the whole way around the White House.
That's true.
Why not? It's like he's got the means to do it.
I'm all
It'll be
for
so good,
so good into a resort. I think we should keep it closed, the government closed forever, and turn the White House into a resort.
A museum.
That's what
sounds good. Museum sounds good.
Yeah. Even though, I don't know, it's hard to compete with Smithsonian up there, so,
It'd be really hard to compete against the Deep State Museum at the CIA former office,
Yeah, but
or,
can
the
you
FBI
take
former office.
But can you take a weekend trip and stay at the CIA?
That's
where the White House would be different.
Here's the deal.
You don't
stay at the CIA. The CIA stays with you. Isn't that right, Gary?
Right.
Kind of like her.
Right now, Gary is pissing himself, and he's mad he can't unmute his mic.
I got the call earlier, Gary. That's right. I know our government is concerned about where we are taking the shows in the near future, but we're not a threat yet, according to Bob and Jerry over in the other departments. All right. Yeah. So
and how come Gary always finds the working chat? What's up with that?
Yeah, well, I think he worked with tech support before. The people that tell you to turn it off and turn it back on again.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
it is a Microsoft product, so they're already in bed.
David, I'm surprised you don't have a Kick handle named Gary.
Gary? Oh. You know what? I have
created
so many fake accounts in my life, I think I'm done with fake accounts. Yeah,
right.
If I deleted all my fake accounts, mine would have 6 users.
It's probably true.
Yep. Nobody knows I'm actually Lady Red.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah. When I'm not Lady Red, I'm being Cole. So
Yeah, it's hilarious.
That's right. When I'm feeling Randy, I'm Norma Jean on the farm.
Norma Jean.
See, if you don't join Minds, you can't get in on these.
That's right.
Jokes.
These are inside jokes for Minds users.
And I think some of these you probably have had to been around for a while too to even know who they are.
Oh yeah,
a couple years.
That's right. Oh yeah, it's not like I threw in a Chris and Amber reference.
Right.
All right, guys.
Yeah, that's old school.
We're getting close to switching out. All right. So.
All right. Maybe you'll see me in an hour. Maybe you won't.
Yeah, probably not. We won't hold our breath.
The air of mystery.
Don't.
All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys back when I take and restart the room again.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. And folks, we are setting up for the actual show part of the show. And I'm going to get them up and rolling, because we got a couple more minutes. Do. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, David Hogg just came back. I don't know why, but, and then he left.
Oh, you probably called him.
I do that.
I pushed the wrong button. Yeah.
I tried calling Doc, but he didn't come back in. He bounced right back out.
Are we in the same room?
Yeah, it looks like we're adding someone now. I don't see him, but...
Do you lobby?
Oh, there he is. There he goes. The lobby.
All right.
All right, man. Let's start with the government shutdown. What do you say?
Okay.
We're not quite there yet.
Government shutdown? To start?
That works for me.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on with that.
Yes, there is.
And there's a lot of videos on TikTok saying what's about to go down here, and I don't tend to disagree with them.
Now we'll see if they make it all the way to November 1st or not.
Well, Thanksgiving, man. You go through Thanksgiving, and then you go through Christmas without any food stamps out there.
It'll be interesting. See what happens.
Well, if they do it, even over Thanksgiving, oh my God, there goes their votes, period.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of these TikToks I'm seeing are all pointing to Trump to blame. They have no idea.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
we got 30 seconds.
Anyway, but...
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you are live and on the radio set for the first time tonight, right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Sunday night edition for October 26, 2025. And man, we are in the thick of it out there, folks. With me tonight, I've got Doc on the line. How's it going, Doc?
Doing well. How about yourself, John?
Oh, I can't complain at all. It's a beautiful night out. Sun's starting to go down. Beautiful sunset. Fair. And, it'll probably get a little chilly here in the next hour or two. But for right now, it's just fine. Beautiful. How about you?
I'm enjoying the rainstorms. That's starts up here this time of year, but all in all, it's not too bad.
Yeah,
I'll take this over the snow any day of the week.
From the suburbs of Portlandia?
Yes, sir.
Reporting live from the beating heart of the beast.
From the front lines.
That's right. I'd love to see you go down there one of these days and just poke around a little bit and see what's going on. With in Portland, they just tore down the Antifa encampment that's been there for 150 days or something.
Yeah, it looks like the city's got a court date coming up, so the police were out cleaning the streets up to make things look nice and presentable for the court case. But they'll be back by the weekend, I'm sure.
It's like when you put a suit on to go see the judge.
Exactly.
Or when Gavin Newsom cleaned up California for when the Chinese came to see.
That's probably more accurate. That's closer to what it's going to be like, but yeah.
But it shows they can do it. If they want to go in and do it, they can do it.
Oh, 100%. If they wanted to be on the job and do their job, they could easily, but they don't, and they won't when it matters,
And that's the thing, you walk down the street and there's trash everywhere, then you're like, whatever, you drop your wrapper on the ground because there's just trash everywhere. right?
Yep.
But if there's no trash and the streets are clean, then you would think, you never would pollute at that point. You're going to find the nearest garbage can and throw it away. Or knock on a business door and say, hey, I got a wrapper. Can I give this to you? And they'll be like, yes, thank you.
Now, worst case scenario, you put it in your pocket if you're walking around and the city's beautiful like that. Like, it is in Japan or what is it? Is it Singapore that they flog you if you put gum on the floor, if you're chewing gum and you spit it out in public, they flog you. Yeah, I mean that's those cities are very nice, but we haven't had people like that in charge of Portland in a very long time, since long before I moved here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you drive around the country. I remember when, I was a little kid, it used to be pretty common for people to just you go to McDonald's, you just chuck it out the window, and they made that famous ad with the American Indian, standing there crying on the side of the highway.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah. So, and that put an end to it. It was really effective, and it really did change the psyche of America, like overnight. So,
well, and it's a cultural thing. That's really it takes a little bit of effort, but if you put in the little bit of effort and uphold that cultural norm instead of throwing your trash on the street, you throw it in the trash can. I mean, it makes a huge difference. It's those little things that really set the ball rolling on a lot of this stuff. It's very much like what Giuliani did in New York City in the 90s, the broken windows and policing. You go where the crime is and you target people who look like criminals, and eventually the crime kind of goes away. It's the same kind of thing with all the stuff that goes on here in Portland. If the police and the government were committed to actually making an effort to change things, it would have been changed. They've spent hundreds of millions of dollars on it, and they could have changed it if they wanted to. But they don't. They want to, steal the money instead.
Yeah, it's when you have that problem, then there's a need for the money. And if you get rid of the problem, then the need for all the money disappears.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
And, we've seen so many homeless charities out in California that are based on this, for years and years and years. They do what they need to keep people fed, but not really help them get a leg up,
Yep. And then that way the people that work at the homeless industrial complexes, the various NGOs, they all keep getting their paycheck every week. And there's always homeless to feed and always tents to hand out.
Exactly. Instead of saying, investing in more trade schools, we're putting them on a track from, go to trade school, learn to be a mechanic or whatever, and then now go back out on the street and see if you still can't find a job, right? You probably will find
or rehab for that matter. Like, they won't even do rehabs here. They won't put homeless people in rehabs and get them off drugs. They won't do anything. They'll just hand them hot meals and tents. Yeah.
I mean, step one is get them clean. Step two is teach them something while they're getting clean. And then step three is, give them an introduction out the door to some mechanic shop that could always use another hand.
Yeah. But they won't actually put in the effort to do that because that requires them to do things. And then, like you said, once they solve the problem, there's no more money. So it's a vicious cycle that keeps repeating in all these blue cities.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, it's all mute because our government is shut down anyway.
This is true. I wouldn't mind if it stayed that way, but that's just me.
Well, it's going to get ugly here really fast, and I've got a couple examples. I can't play any of them because there's a lot of profanity, but TikTok is just loaded up with people that are straight up saying that if they don't get their money for their food, they're just going to go to the grocery store, load up the cart, and walk out with it. Right? Yeah. And I'm getting my food. Is the common theme. Y'all can't stop me. I'm getting it. I've seen 20 of these things, and they look serious. I don't think they're anything but dead serious, and I don't think they're anywhere near the minority of people out there that if SNAP runs out and they don't get their checks for food, they're just going to go get the food. It's not even illegal to steal more than $1,000 in most of these cities anyways.
Right.
Yeah. So how serious is that?
I think it gets pretty serious, actually. I think you're probably going to see some initial, just a couple initial, like people go in and just try to leave with the food and whatever, and that'll be small. But I think the longer it goes on, the worse it's just going to compound. Because once people realize that, they're not coming at all this month, that's when you got Thanksgiving, which you mentioned during the pre-show. You got holidays coming up after that. But not only that, you have people who live food stamp to food stamp installment not getting any food stamps for a whole month. More than likely, you're going to have at least half of those people turn to some sort of theft or crime to make up for that.
And grocery stores just can't allow, cart after cart after cart to just walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? They're never going to, that can't work. So they have to shut the doors. They have to barricade the place and then maybe move only to online orders, and curbside delivery.
Almost seems like that's part of the plan.
Well, a lot of people forget this too, that a lot of our military are on those programs as well to get food.
Oh yeah, I'm getting to that, Mark. We're getting there. That's like the next step down the line here. But yeah, but in the meantime, though, the grocery stores are probably going to have to, because they're going to have to put up food shelters out front that are going to have to get funded by said grocery stores to curb the amount of theft. Like, we got to do something. They're just going to break in the windows and take it all if we don't do something.
Well, I know here. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I know here in Oregon, there was an article I read about it here. There's enough in Oregon's rainy day slush fund to cover Oregon's food stamps for a month. So Oregon hasn't sent out any letters like a bunch of the other states have. So some states may end up just covering the cost to prevent any kind of violence from breaking out. But my guess is places like Oregon, Chicago, Los Angeles, these kind of places are not going to do anything for people because they want it to be as bad as possible.
It's sad to say. A lot of these places do seem to want it to hurt as much as possible. So they can say, look at what the other side, look what Donald Trump is doing to you. But let's get into that, okay, before we, real quick. They just had a vote the other day. It went 54-45, okay? 52 are Republicans, so 2 Democrats stepped over the line to say enough is enough, let's open it up. John Fetterman's one of them. Not sure who the other one is, but only 2 are willing to say let's end this. The other 45 voted no, let's keep this train wreck going. We don't care.
Yep.
And it just takes 3 more to step over and say, fine, let's end this, and it ends with a continuing resolution with just the status quo. What they're trying to do is shut down the government, enforce massive, massive changes, 1.5 trillion in additional spending, or we don't open the government. And I mean, the optics of this need to be understood by the average Democrat, because this is not a Trump shutdown. This is a Schumer shutdown all day long. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're hitting the nail on the head. I think the Democrats are pretty much out of leverage. And this was one of the few things they had left that they could use as leverage against the Trump administration. If the Trump administration can get a continuing resolution put through and get it opened back up before Thanksgiving, it's going to be a huge victory for him. They can't give him one of those. So I absolutely think this is a politics game for them. I think this is all on the Democrats. As many of the shutdowns in the past have been. The Democrats have constantly been the ones willing to extend shutdowns to get more from the other side. And so I absolutely, it's in their laps, but I don't think that people are going to recognize or care. I mean, the people that they're targeting with this are some of the lowest information voters, if they even vote to begin with. And so it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's a great move on his part because of a lot of the things that he can do if they don't buckle. But if they do buckle, it basically means that he's in control. So it's a tough situation. I don't think the Democrats are going to give in, though. I think they're willing to sacrifice as many of their own people as possible to win, unfortunately.
Well, it's starting to get really ugly. Mark mentioned the military. Trump, if I understand it correctly, got together the funds from other resources and paid their first round of checks. And then One of the a very wealthy donor said he would pay the next round of salary for the military. It was like 125 million.
Yeah, something.
If I'm not mistaken, that he donated. Mellon is his last name. From, like, if you've ever heard of Carnegie Mellon, that's Mellon from Carnegie Mellon, like old school money from way back in the day. And they're saying that no, they can't, they're not going to allow this to happen. They're going to fight it like crazy to prevent the military from getting their paychecks. Oh, so they can turn to food stamps at least. No, you probably can't do that either. Just playing dirty, hardball. Have you seen what's going on with air traffic controllers?
No, I haven't heard on that one. Tell me.
Yeah, apparently they're not getting paid right now, if I understand it correctly, and so they're kind of working under the understanding that they will be paid later. And so it's hard to staff everyone because they all have to pick up temporary jobs on the side to like keep the bills going,
Right.
And so like at LAX today, there were major delays across the board. I mean, like the whole airport was running 2 hours behind. Which, if you understand the way airports work, if LAX is running 2 hours behind, then every other airport is probably running 2 hours behind as well.
If not
because,
more.
Yeah, because it crescendos across the country. When one airport's, is screwing up and is way behind the ball, it just trickles over. All those connecting flights, you get it, right?
Yeah.
And that's starting to get worse and worse and worse. And we're, again, heading into Thanksgiving. We're heading into the travel part of the year where, the busiest travel day of the year around Thanksgiving and Christmas, New Year's. So it's going to get ugly. And man, we need to paint with Donald Trump. You need to get the marketing out there. You need to get your people full on endorsing the fact that this is the Schumer shutdown and how simple it is for them to end it, but they won't. And why won't they do it? Healthcare for illegals and another $1.5 trillion in spending.
Yeah. Well, and it's so weird to me how bad they have been on the messaging for this. It really is strange how bad they really missed the ball with the messaging on this. And really, it's kind of funny. The Democrats have been on the mainstream legacy media have been focused on the White House being torn down, the East Wing. So there really hasn't been a lot of focus in the mass media about the shutdown. Only the food stamps thing is really getting through. And so it really seems like at the end of the day, the Republicans have missed a great opportunity to message off of this. And it might come back to bite them at the end. They might end up having to give the Democrats something they don't want to get out of a bad PR situation.
But at the end of the day, it's just got to be made understood that, it's a continuing resolution. This is just a rubber stamp to keep spending as it is laid out, and nobody gets anything, nobody loses anything. It just continues the status quo, right? That's all they got to vote for.
Yeah. And that's
very simple.
It's such a weird thing that the Republicans have been so bad on this messaging. But the one thing I want people to get from this, to take away from the whole thing, is that we have entirely too much of our economy completely dependent on government spending. Our air traffic controllers shouldn't be dependent on government spending to do their jobs, to get their paychecks. We shouldn't have, 1/8 of the people in this country on food stamps. That is a subsidy for for grocery stores and the agribusiness. That shouldn't be going on. We shouldn't have that many people on food stamps. There's some underlying things that we should be looking at to take away from this. Like we really need to pull back the government size so these kind of things don't affect the economy so much, because that's what's really going to bite the Republicans at the end of the day. If the economy goes to the crap because there's nobody wants to spend anything for Christmas or Thanksgiving, we have a bad Q4, that's going to hurt him in the midterms bad. And it's just not a good look all around.
It's going to, forget the politics of it. At the end of the day, it's going to hurt a lot of people. You start getting into that prolonged of a shutdown and everything starts shutting down. There's just no money.
Yeah.
Which, great. It's kind of, I hear you. Let's save some money and, go through a couple of months where we tighten our belt in a little bit and see how the world looks in that environment and if everyone lives, right? But there will be people that will start rioting in big ways.
There will be suffering. Yeah, there will be suffering.
Thanksgiving, the BLM group will be out in force screaming bloody murder. And I hope they go up to Schumer's, office building and just start pounding on the door saying, open up, open up.
Well, instead of doing that, they could take some of their NGO funding and buy Christmas dinners for everybody and hand out, but they won't. They'll protest, but they won't hand out Christmas dinners to people.
Yeah, you get pizza if you go to the protest,
Yeah.
Right?
Vegetarian pizza.
some money in your pocket. Yeah, cauliflower crust, right? Earlier this week, the Senate Democrats blocked a bill to pay service members and federal personnel currently working without a paycheck during the shutdown, and they voted it down. They blocked it.
Yeah, that one I did see. That's just silliness.
Hey, here's just a way, like the Capitol Police. They always talk about the Capitol Police. Oh my God, the Capitol Police, right? And yet they're not getting paid. This No Kings protest, they were on overtime with no pay.
Yep.
And they don't even care. They want everybody to hurt. They're not even willing to cut out an exemption for, government employees.
Nope. If people don't suffer, they can't win.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I think I got one more. Oh yeah. Here's this interview that Whip K. Clark, the number 2 House Democrat on the Democrat shutdown, really nice lady, real class act, right? You want to hear what she had to say?
Shutdowns are terrible, and of course there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously, but it is one of the few leverage times we have. I mean, the shutdowns are terrible, and
it's one of the few shutdown times we have, or one of the few leverage points we have.
Just like I said, it's so, man. These people are evil. They really are. Like I'm tired of people pretending like, oh, they're just kind of dumb or they mean well, but they're wrong. Mm-hmm. When you are willing to say that human beings' lives are leverage for your political goals out loud as if it is not a horrible thing, you are not a good person.
Right? It's kind of unbelievable. Just said that. And it's their whole point. Now, here's the problem with that is that you lost. You lost the House, you lost the Senate, you lost the presidency. You lost.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of the deal. It's kind of what comes along with not winning is that you don't get to, make those types of moves. You don't get to unless you're willing to throw everybody under the bus to get tiny little crap that they don't even care about.
Yeah. Yep.
So
it's a shame that we have these kind of people in charge of the Democratic Party, because the Democrats at one time actually cared about the small man, the individual, the working man, and that is absolutely not the case anymore. They are 100% for their corporate overlords and the agenda, and they don't care how many of the small guys suffer.
Mm-hmm. It's sad, but it's true, my friend. It's sad, but it's true. And yet, here we are. Anyway, that's the update on the shutdown and what's going on pretty comprehensively with all the ins and outs through the last week. I'd like to move on now, and let's talk about Steve Bannon, who, I'm a fan of Breitbart. I'm a fan of a lot of the information that he passes on, and I'm madly respectful of the context he has. But sometimes he says things that I certainly hope he's not talking to Trump when he says these things. Let me play a clip here.
He's going to get a third term. So Trump 28, Trump is going to be president 28, and people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is, but there's a plan. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. And President Trump will be the president of the United States, and the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. Trump is a vehicle. I know this will drive you guys crazy, but he's a vehicle of divine providence. He's an instrument. He's very imperfect. He's not churchy. not particularly religious, but he's an instrument of divine will. And you can tell this of how he's pulled this off. We need him for at least one more term, right? And he'll get that in 28.
You're not driving me crazy. I'm really I'm trying to.
All right. I don't know. You want to take that, Doc?
Well, I mean, the stuff that some people will say that he is trolling the left and he's trying to get them to focus on something that's not real. Mm-hmm. I don't actually think that's the case. I think this guy wants Trump to be president again. I think he wants Trump to use some crazy, legal wrangling to end up, being appointed president or something along those lines, maybe declaring a state of emergency, something along those lines. I think this is the kind of silliness that gets the red meat crowd going, but it's more of a distraction than anything. The guy's he's off his rocker when he says stuff like this because it's never going to be allowed to happen, first of all. Second of all, if they do try to pursue it, you're going to end up with a civil war in this country if we aren't already in one right now. Because the left will never tolerate it.
I don't think the right would tolerate it. I don't think MAGA would tolerate it.
I think about half of, I think it would be split 50-50, but yes, I think about 60% of the country, maybe 70% of the country would be absolutely against it.
The problem is if it came down to another election in 28, Trump somehow ends up on the ballot, and it's him against, I don't know, let's say Kamala goes up again, and I've got two choices, right?
Yeah.
Would he? I mean, I'm not going to ever vote for Kamala over Trump, but at the same time, I sure don't want that to ever end up at that point. That is a very bad spot. I think what Steve Bannon's saying there and this whole divine intervention and all that crap is scary stuff.
Well, I think it's it's something that I caught wind of very early on in the Trump MAGA populist movement. There is a small sliver, maybe 15% of his base, that are hardcore Christian nationalists and believe in the divine intervention of God into everyday life. And they speak like this on a regular basis about Trump. And it is kind of unnerving because we do live in a very secular America right now. But I actually think, I don't think they're as dangerous as they sound. I think they're too small of a group of people to be significant enough to really push the needle for Trump. I think their ideas are far too out there for Trump to really adopt because he's trying to be the most popular president ever. That's his goal. He wants to be beloved.
And what's wrong with J.D. Vance here? You know what I mean? What's wrong with J.D. Vance? Why wouldn't we just be happy to have J.D. Vance and Trump can, live in the White House still if he wants, right? Out of respect, you can still live in the White House. You can still have the desk, but J.D. Vance is the president, and, we'll let you have, a front row seat and be like Obama downstairs in his, sweats, hoodie with a microphone on his head calling the shots.
I don't think Trump would be okay with it. I think if Trump tried to pull that off, he would give it away by being out in front of the cameras all the time. He couldn't help himself. He likes the cameras too much. No, I think this is just a bunch of nonsense
press secretary for Vance. Yes.
That would be okay. See, now you're talking me into keeping him around. That would be funny. But yeah,
could you imagine 3 hours a day of Trump talking to the press? No, it's a stupid question. Who's got a real question here? This guy's an idiot.
That would be entertaining. He loves to handle the media. He really does.
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
And he's, not bad at it.
No, pretty good. It's got him this far.
Yeah. Oh boy, but yeah, no, this whole third term stuff I think the hats are funny, but please God, don't make it real. That's all I can say, Trump. I don't care what loophole you're going to try to drive this thing through. Please don't do it. Please don't do it, Mr. President.
Yeah,
It's the worst idea I could think of.
Yeah, I don't think he'd do it. I really don't. I mean, I just don't think that's in his. He wants to be remembered as the greatest president of all time, and you know how you do that? You step away when it's time, just like George Washington did.
Exactly, like he did the first term.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think he needs any more than that. I think he's got plenty of family members that can walk in there tomorrow, and Donald Trump Jr. You know. Maybe that's what Steve Bannon meant. Maybe he was talking about Don Jr.
Some people have thought that. It's. I mean, I don't like the dynasty thing either. Like, I would really like to personally. I'm not really sold on Vance. I think he's the Appalachian Obama. But that's just my opinion of him. Everybody has their own opinion. But I would prefer somebody that is even farther outside of the game. I would like to see somebody like Massey, but he's never going to get the votes. It just won't happen. But I think they have a good shot of winning in 28, though. I don't. The Democrats are still completely discombobulated. They have no idea what they're doing yet.
Yeah, I mean, Kamala just came out the other day and said she's, going to throw her hat in. Well, she didn't quite say it, but she hinted at it, that her days of politics are not over. And so she'll be in there in 2028. But has she looked at a poll lately?
Isn't she like at like 4%? Her and like Gavin Newsom's at like 20-something% last I saw on Polymarket.
Well, she dropped out before the California primary last time because she was looking at the numbers there and they were like in the 1-2% range.
Yeah, that sounds
in her home state.
Yeah,
in California.
Everybody hates her, man. Nobody likes her. Everybody knows she got her job the old-fashioned way.
With Slick Willie Brown.
Yep.
Yep. Good old San Francisco politics. They always keep you on your feet. But let's see here. Here's a really interesting article. Okay, about the what Caroline Levitt said the other day about the White House and demolitions and construction that's going on over there with the new ballroom. And here, I'll read how they headline this after you hear the actual quote. Watch this.
Go ahead. Yes.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you.
In addition to the ballroom and the Rose Garden
I'm going
patio,
into the back. Sorry. Go ahead.
in addition to the ballroom and the Rose Garden patio, is the president looking at any other renovations or significant kind of projects here at the White House?
Not to my knowledge, no. But he's a builder at heart, clearly, and so his heart and his mind is always churning about how to improve things here on the White House grounds. But at this moment in time, of course, the ballroom is really the president's main priority. Kristen. Last week, President Trump.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oops, sorry. That's the whole context of the quote, right? So he's a builder at heart. Is he looking to do any more construction of the White House? Well, he's a builder at heart. He hasn't mentioned anything to me, but right now the ballroom is main priority. Okay.
Yep.
This is how the left took this and ran with it. Breaking in a shocking moment, Caroline Levitt admits that as Americans are suffering behind high grocery prices and insurance premiums, the ballroom is really the president's main priority.
I saw that headline. They're just evil, man. That's so terrible. It's so terrible.
It's the fine people thing all over again.
Yep. No.
Well,
it's part of their trick bag. It's even old our old wine aunt, what's her name, Pelosi, explained it. They wrap it up in a nice little piece of fluff language and make up something that didn't actually happen. They do it all the time. It's infuriating that people still fall for it, to be honest.
And Trump has built so many structures, buildings, skyscrapers, golf courses, you name it, that like pale in comparison to the scope of this project. 90,000 square feet, 100,000 square feet. Okay, that's like a really, 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 really massive house or, mansion. It's not the Trump Tower. It's not some of the country clubs he's built. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the equivalent of a ballroom in one of his country clubs. And if he was going to add a ballroom into one of his country clubs that could seat 1,000 people, it would be a side project. He'd say, here you go, I want it like this, and this, and now go. He'd, get the right people on the job and tell them to go. And then
he'd walk around for the fun of it because he likes being on the job sites. But I mean, that'd be about it. It wouldn't. It's not. People don't understand that this guy has like so many. He is such a businessman. He's had so many things going on this entire time that he's been running for president, let alone before when he was running businesses. The guy was running like 7 or 8 different building manufacturing or building construction companies at the same time during the height of his run in the 80s. The guy is capable of running a small little work project on the side. It's like a guy building a shed in his backyard in his free time. It's the equivalent. That's what it comes down to. This guy, it's so silly.
But I've been, assured by Cenk Uygur on many occasions that Trump is not very bright. He's a loser. He doesn't know how to build anything. And, yada, yada. So to that, I say, Cenk Uygur, show me your 747. Show me your Mar-a-Lago. Let me see what your Mar-a-Lago looks like, bro.
How many buildings say chunky yogurt on them? I mean,
yeah.
No, that guy and many other people like him, they're really just jealous of Trump's ability to deal with people and be successful because he has a very, New York street kind of hustle attitude. He for all intent and purpose, the guy is crass. He's bold, he's forthright, and he's aggressive. That is not something that the left enjoys, especially not from men in any way, shape, or form. And that's really where it comes from, I think.
Yeah, right. And I mean, I guarantee he opened his show the day that came out and opened with this and how, callous and horrible, this is. Chuck Schumer said, at this moment in time, of course, the ballroom is really the president's main priority. It's hard to wrap your mind around it because of how callous it is, because that's what White House Press Line Karen Levitt actually said out loud to press proudly. That's Chuck Schumer. So they go and regurgitate these talking points and go out and with passion talk about how, horrible this is. This is main priority. And it's just, I played you the clip, folks. They were asking about construction. And he said, as far as construction is concerned, this is his main priority. Well, duh.
Yeah, if there was something that Trump did that Chucky didn't freak out about, I would be surprised. Chucky, he's like their mouthpiece. He replaced Pelosi as the mouthpiece of the Democratic Party. He's the guy out in front of the cameras all the time giving the talking points, but that's all they are is talking points. They have nothing. They have no base. They're losing their majority of the youth to the socialists and the communists. They have no real voting base other than boomers who still watch MSNBC. I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah, it's a very small demographic nowadays. And, they vote in big numbers, but they're just stuck. A lot of them are stuck in the whole, like, what's on TV? They go buy that big, beautiful TV. They pay a lot of money for cable, and that's it. Why would I need anything else? I'm dialed in. I got a 50-inch TV and cable with 150 channels. And you're telling me I'm not getting all the news? I got 150 channels. What are you talking about?
Yep, that's exactly the mentality too. Yep. They're not used to going out and having to search for the truth.
Yeah. I mean, YouTube is such better content than TV is any day of the week. BitChute, Rumble, you go to any of these sites and it's just solid content that you're just not going to get from the mainstream media. There's so many independent analysts out there. And once you start finding who they are and following them and like, oh boy, so-and-so just put up a new video, I can't wait to see it. Then you start living in this new sort of world where you have so much more perspective and information and different sides you can see and different arguments that you hear every day that you really just, you cut yourself off in the matrix, so to speak. You're cutting the cable,
Yeah.
And you end up in a different matrix, but it's one that has much, much more information at your fingertips and trusted sources, on both sides. But honestly, I mean, we talk a lot about Cenk Uygur and a lot of people that are just watching, day-to-day MSNBC or whatever don't really know. They may have seen him as a guest on, here and there, but I've watched thousands of hours of the Young Turks over the years, over the last, 20 years they've been doing this.
Yeah.
I don't know about thousands of hours, but definitely hundreds, to see what the other side is talking about, to see what they're into, to see how they see things, to understand both sides of the equation so that you can pick a side with knowledge of what both sides have to offer. And that's just so missing from the average person's life out there who's just still dependent on cable television, have those commercials running all day and all night in your house. I mean, Lord, could you imagine watching commercials?
No, it drives me nuts when I watch football. It's the only time I see commercials, and it drives me absolutely crazy. I can't wait for Brave browser to come out with an ad blocker for regular television.
Or the Brave television, it plays random elevator music in between, shots, so you just don't have to be subject to that.
Yeah. But it's you get them stuck in this matrix. You get them stuck in this siloed of information. It's what I call the uniparty messaging. That they are, those people are the ones that are being probably controlled the most by the political BS that we're talking about. Like when we're talking about the shutdown and the East Wing thing and all of that stuff, they're the ones that are really concerned about all that stuff. They're the ones that are at the No Kings protests. These older people who trust the television news stations. Those are the people that are being manipulated the worst. It's kind of sad to see, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's CNN. What are you talking about? It's CNN. I've been watching them for, 30 years, right? Yep. During the Gulf War. Remember the Gulf War? They were the first ones to show me the bombs blowing up in the background when the guy was standing there on the patio, with his next to the plant in the studio in L.A. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that wasn't real? They've lied to me back then about that? Huh. They've been lying to me the whole time? Gosh, I can't imagine, but I pay a lot of money in cable. But anyway, folks, it's about that time. We've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after this.
All right, we're on radio break.
All right.
Yeah, it's the whole captured media, though, is really crazy. It really is. Like I've talked to people who it's like they live in a completely different universe. They have no idea what's really going on. They think the economy is like this was during the end of Biden era. They thought the economy was doing great. Everything was awesome. There was no way that Trump was going to win again. These people were completely delusional. And it was very, very sad to see how their brains couldn't adapt to the reality of what happened. And they're still broken to this day. They're like the super I hate Trump people. It's pretty scary to come across somebody that's that completely broken. Like when they've come in contact with real information, but they refuse to accept it. It makes them like a little extra crazy. Like those are the ones wearing their masks in the car still out here. You ever see those down your way at all?
The people that still wear masks to this day, they're rare, few and far between, but they're out there.
I feel for those people. They're broken.
Usually
broken
the
bad.
People that I see doing it here are the ones that are either in some sort of health care or they're really old. I mean,
no, you'll see like 35-year-olds alone in their car here. It's crazy.
I
see it. It's big in the Navajo community out here.
Yeah, that's crazy that the Indians fell for it.
Well, you will find out.
They were locked down, man.
You will find out that a lot of the Native Americans are very liberal. All right.
That's what I understand.
Yes.
That's what I understand. I haven't spent a lot of time on the res since back when I was living in Idaho.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of paranormal type shows
right?
in the past.
So the
yeah, I'm just going to say I used to do a lot of paranormal shows in the past, and because I have this show and others that have been more conservative in that, there are quite a few people that refuse to come on because of that.
No, that's a shame.
Yep.
Yeah, but the reservations at Navajo, that's like its own country. You know what I mean? Like
it sure is.
northern Arizona, it's a country, right? So they have totally different, things that they do, and they're so dependent on the federal government that they'll just pretty much do whatever they tell them to.
That's what it seems to be. Whoever's dependent on the government the most, it's like the people with the EBT cards. They're the most dependent on the government, and so they whatever the government says, they're 100% on it. It's really strange that way.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the natives up here are really they're really into the. It's very similar to Canada. It's like Canada. They're very much into the land grants and getting their land recognition.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, wasn't there some tribe in Portland that just got like half the downtown area of some city up there?
Yeah, they got land acknowledgement. They didn't get it back, but they were like, yes, we acknowledge that this land was stolen from your tribe or whatever. I'm like, you mean conquered from, but whatever.
Well, but they sent out, from what I understand, they sent out letters to the homeowners saying that, this will definitely affect
Oh, that was Canada. Yeah, that was Canada. Yeah.
Oh, that was in Canada. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was Oregon, but okay.
No, the Canada
but that's
one
crazy
was,
story.
They totally gave away people's homes to the Indian tribe.
Yeah. Yeah, like, sorry, you live here?
Got a little over 30 seconds, and we also got our 15-minute warning. So, all right. Right on track.
All right. All right, now we got some
coming up out of break.
We got the fun stories now. I got a couple fun stories for us.
All right.
Like the California Zoo where a bear broke into it and then broke into the bear cage.
I was reading that one this morning.
Here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the air right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for October 26, 2025. With me tonight, we got Doc. Doc, what's up over there?
Not the moon. Not yet. It's pretty close. That means Antifa will be coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty dark out here, too. I don't see any moon. Anyway, let's dive into, I always like to take this segment. This is a 10-minute segment of the show, so not very long, but I like to squeeze in some fun stories in this section. Sequoia Park Zoo in Eureka, California, recently had a brown bear break into the bear exhibit. Right? It wanted to meet the other bears, so it climbed over the outer fence and somehow got in and was just hanging out with the bears in the bear exhibit.
Boys will do anything for a lady, I'm telling you.
Yeah. But what a crazy story. They were like, okay, they were trying to figure out, what to do with this thing. So they kind of like just opened the gate and let it kind of walk out,
Yeah,
and
I mean, what else?
The other ones were kind of more. Yeah, and then they kind of cleared the way and opened the main gate and kind of threw, maybe some, a hamburger or two along the path.
Right. That is funny.
Yeah, a couple McDonald's cheeseburgers will probably get the bear to start walking this way.
Yeah. It's amazing that that stuff like that doesn't happen more often, where like they come to see, because I know there's lots of small zoos all over the country that could be broken into by animals. It's kind of weird. It's the first time I've ever heard a story like that.
Yeah, it's you'd think these bears spend their whole life trying to get out of the zoo, and yet this one, broke into it.
He was ready to go for the city life. He was ready to retire.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you don't have to forage. You don't have to hunt anymore. You can just
Are you saying that the bear is a Democrat? Come on now. Looking for a free handout? Come on now. I'm sorry.
He was a Democrat bear. Yes.
I'm sorry. I won't jump in again.
But yeah, so that's an interesting story. Here's another interesting story is, okay, with Yosemite shut down, or like basically running on a skeleton crew, there has been a giant surge in base jumpers that are going up to the top of Half Dome and El Capitan. and just jumping off the edge. Let's go.
Yeah, I've heard similar stories from various types of extreme sports groups that they were heading immediately out to the parks as soon as the shutdown started. I heard some ATV guys that were doing the same thing. It's not a surprise, really. I mean, people love to jump off of that and climb that, but they're not allowed to. And so people every couple of years, you have somebody get arrested for trying to climb that thing.
Yeah, it's like the one little window you have that you can actually take advantage of to maybe get away with it. I mean, several of them have been arrested, but a bunch of them also got away.
Yeah, yeah.
And when that place is running full force, it's probably really hard to get away. Because you got to land in Yosemite Valley, right? Down in that valley, it's just...
and they have a helicopter on staff people. At that time. So when they're full up, they have a helicopter, so they can chase you down.
Exactly, but you got to land in that valley somewhere, and no matter where you land, there's going to be a ranger like within 100 yards. When it's busy like that with 500,000 people, 250,000 people, I don't know how many they let in there, but it's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people in there on a busy day. But just a crazy story. I remember it reminds me of. Are you familiar with the Cannonball Run?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Where they go from New York City to Santa Monica, and it's a race, man. You just get in your car. And you drive from New York to Santa Monica, and I think the record time right now is about 22 hours or something. You're doing 150 average, 100, well, not average. You're averaging probably 110, but that takes into account getting out of Manhattan, cutting across LA, all the different construction, you name it, on the highways. But during COVID, that record was set 6 times. It was broken 6 times. So one person broke it, another one went faster. And during COVID, there was no one on the streets. It was like their dream come true. So they all just went. Anybody who ever wanted to do a cannonball did it during COVID. Yep.
I remember those stories. There was a couple of guys that got arrested in Nevada, coming across Nevada. They got arrested doing 170 in their Maserati. Yeah, I remember those stories. But human beings like to have fun and get out and do crazy things. Our government shouldn't be so dead set on stopping stuff that people like to do, like base jumping. I just think it's silly that they prevent people from going up there and base jumping. It's just a silly thing.
Yeah. I mean, I could see you'd have to take, tests and stuff, because you don't want, again, 250,000 people, I don't know, 50,000 people look up and see a dude jump, and his parachute opens, and then he crashes into a wall and just falls to his death in front of families, hundreds of families.
I mean, how many people die on the ski slopes every year, though? I mean, it's kind of a dangerous sport. I get it. I mean, you don't want people witnessing death, but I mean, if somebody wants to jump off a mountain, who's to say that they shouldn't just go ahead and jump off the mountain?
Well, and that's what the rest of the force is there for, I think, but not necessarily Yosemite Valley.
Yeah, that's true. I give you that. That's fine.
There's plenty of cliffs out there, kids. Just
fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it funny, though. It's here's another interesting story. The Portland Trailblazers coach, Chauncey Billups, was arrested in alleged mob-linked poker scheme that apparently goes up and down and through the NFL and the mafia and you name it. And there's all kinds of people involved in this thing, and they were running these illegal gambling, poker rooms and game rooms as well. You want to bet on sports? We'll take your bet. And you got the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, mixed up in it. You probably have heard a little bit more about this than I have, being that's your hometown.
Yeah, it's been a kind of plastered all over the local news. They've talked about it quite a bit. He was, I think, inviting people to card games. So he was on the card game side of it. The other basketball player that was arrested, allegedly. The other basketball player was allegedly shaving time and points off of games for rigging bets on NBA games. And so, it's pretty wild, man. But this was inevitable when you bring legal gambling into the market and you take away one of the mafia's primary funding mechanisms, this was bound to happen. They're going to make their money up somewhere. I'm glad the FBI's on it, though, because it needs to be cleaned up if people want to trust their sports. You can't have that kind of stuff going on if you want to have legal gambling.
Yeah. And, they're blaming this on Trump and saying it's racist and all these other things. Of course they do. But, at the end of the day, man, this is an illegal sports betting, regime that's going on out here with how many, $10 million involved. And you've got some pretty high-profile people involved in it. And don't tell me that the coach of the Trailblazers, who was allegedly involved with only the poker side of it, didn't shave some points off here and there too. Who do you want to put in? Your star shooter in the last couple of minutes, or maybe some new guy from the bench that is fresh and ready to go, but misses every three-pointer he gets, and so you give him the ball at the three-point line and say go.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that it's far wider spread than what we're going to find out from this but it's NBA had an issue with this before. Remember, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years ago, there was a bunch of referees that got arrested for shaving points in games.
No, I don't know if I do. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, yeah.
Yeah, there was one big guy, I can't remember his name, but anyway, it was something that the NBA has kind of had a problem with, so it needs serious cleanup. It's good that the FBI's on it.
Yeah, so, I don't know. To me, it just seems like this is a good thing that they went after. If this isn't truly happening, if it's truly happening, it needs to be addressed. People need to go to have their day in court and figure out what's next, and if you've been shaving points off basketball games, we want to know about that and make a public example out of you so no one does it again.
Just like they did Pete Rose.
Yeah, or Shoeless Joe Jackson, or however many other examples you want to go through in history. But yeah, there needs to be an example made so that nobody does it again. But anyway, folks, we've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and we'll be right back with Hour 2 right after this.
All right, we're on radio break. And I'm just going to let this room run out, and then I'll take us to the next room, which will be Sunday 2, so that David Hogg can't find it, and we'll get Willie in there because he knows where that's at.
Excellent. Be right back, gentlemen.
All right. Well, we got about a minute and a half probably before we get cut from this deal.
Okay. I'll exit the room and I'll meet you guys on the other side.
Go ahead.
And CS too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Coming through really good tonight. It's looking good. Around. We're having folks in, and we're doing good. I'm happy,
Yeah. So we've got this puppy that just follows Blue around all day now. It's her shadow. It's so funny.
Well, what does she think about
it?
Does she have that motherly thing, to kind of keep it close to her, or is she like?
I hope so.
Well, that I had enough of the attention, so I'm going to go off and do my own thing. Or is it big enough
they play
that
together
it can be?
a lot,
It can. She can walk away and it won't, whimper and whine, look for its mom or.
No, I don't think she thinks Blue's her mom, but or he. It's a he.
Oh.
He's a really pretty dog too, boy. He's going to be something when he gets big.
Man, I wish I had the money to take and get one of those.
I'll tell you, if they get along good, like really, really well, and they're just two peas in a pod, I might just take them with me.
Really? Because
when I moved on, because he hasn't been named yet. This puppy does not have a name, and that means it's up for grabs.
If it's that small, then I could take and get it.
Once he names them, they're permanent.
Yeah, but when they're that small and that, I could probably take and get it trained for an emotional support or a service animal for myself. And I've been really thinking about doing that. More and more. now that Zeus
right,
isn't spending as much time with me over here as much anymore.
Okay.
What's that? Missed it. Okay, well, we're close enough. I'm going to hang up and I'm going to get the other one rolling. All right. So, let's get that one down. Hour 1 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show is done. Plus their pre-show is done and gone. But we have hour 2 coming right up right now. And I'm getting them up and ready to roll. Let's get that. Hey, Doc.
Yep.
Now we try to find Willie. Where's Willie? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Willie. Try to get him in here. I'm trying to get John in here. Uh-oh. I think John had to use the bathroom or something real quick.
Okay.
Okay, and we're back.
Yeah, and we're back for hour 2.
Okay.
We do the flippity flip switch over on the OBS. There we go. Still trying to get a hold of Willie. I don't know. Do. You might want to send him the link again. I don't know.
Ask him about my cockroaches.
That cockroach milk.
You lent him some of your breeders, huh?
Yeah, I sent him some money. I'm still waiting for my cockroach.
Oh no! You sent him money?
It was my own fault.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna work. Cockroach milk so good.
Try to get a hold of David Hogg too, and let him know that we're here. Where'd that Willie go? Did he leave this room again?
I just sent him the link to a text if that does any good for him. Hopefully it does.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Oh. I was thinking you were gonna do the Sanford and Son song. Willie kind of reminds me of Red a little bit, Hey there, Yodavation. I'm having a big one, honey. Coming to join you.
Yeah, that was one of those shows that they just don't make TV shows like that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I always liked, that one. And what was the other one? I like Chico and the Man. Chico and the Man was a really cool one, too.
I never watched that
Freddie
one.
Prinze was in that one. The old man. I think it would be cool if they did a remake of that with Freddie Prinze Jr. as the Puerto Rican kid in the garage.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that guy in the Junior in a long time.
Yeah.
He was all the rage there for a minute.
Yeah, he was.
Who are you talking about there?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze. Yeah.
Who?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, Freddie Prinze was the guy that did Chico and the Man. He was a good actor.
Oh, Blue, pick a side, man. In or out?
Any side. Just pick a side.
She at this time of night, she turns into, I want to go out, I want to go in, I want to go out, I want to go in. And it gets so annoying.
I'm lucky my Chihuahua doesn't do that usually, unless it's warm outside. When it's this kind of weather, he's under the blanket on his heating pad.
Mm.
Oh, Sonia's listening to us over on Rumble.
Hey, Sonia, how you doing, girl? When Blue was a puppy, I had my desk situated in a place where I was right next to a door. You know what I mean? Like, you could just like kind of lean over and open the door and let her in and out. And
yep,
I spoiled her too much with that, man.
Yep. Got her used to it. Yep.
I don't know.
And now it's like, I mean, she can go out anytime she wants. She can come in anytime she wants, but she just can't go in and out and in and out and in and out, you know?
But that's the fun thing to do.
Mm-hmm. But she loves to sit right there with the door open and just like let every moth within like 100 yards of here just come on in.
Yep. Yep.
Iron Chief Finn reigns in the kick chat along with the Great Conspiracy.
All right, so we're probably not going to have Willie, so that means we're just going to have you do comedy, okay?
Oh,
so
boy.
Just improv for the next 25 minutes there, Doc?
I don't know about that. That might not go so. I mean, it may go well. It may not. Who
okay,
knows?
Anyways, just want to let you know we're under 30 seconds, and here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Hour 2, Sunday night, October 26, 2025. It's a pleasure to have each and every one of you out there listening. With me tonight, we got Doc 420 in the house. How you doing, Doctor?
Doing well.
Where can people find you on social media?
I am, of course, on the Twitter as well as Rumble, Odyssey, and my favorite platform, Minds.com, and that's at Doctor, Doctor spelled out with an E at the end, 420, and that is across all platforms.
All right, and you do some content every week on your channel. A lot of it regarding cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah, I do a regular Saturday video every Saturday on the week in the crypto market, and then every Wednesday I do kind of a culture war conversation with my buddy from the East Coast, Joker, and those are the two shows that I do regularly. Occasionally I put some other stuff.
Sure. Hey, if you ever want me over on there, just let me know. I'd be happy to make some time for you and come on over.
Absolutely. You know, I'll have to put you on the schedule for sure.
It'd be fun. In the meantime, well, let's talk crypto really quick. How's everything looking over there? Like, what's your trends analysis and, what's going on in the crypto world?
Well, it looks like, based on what's happening tonight, the markets are a little excited for what's coming this week. I'm guessing they're expecting some sort of positive economic news. But we've been kind of in a holding pattern the last almost a month because of some of the government shutdown stuff has paused some bills that have been going through, like the market structure bill, which is essentially the legal framework for making crypto completely legal in the United States. Once that gets passed through, you're going to have a big run. And I think the shutdown has kind of put a pause on that. So everybody's kind of just waiting to see what's going to happen with that.
Okay. And it seems like Bitcoin is still like at or near all-time highs.
Yeah, I think it's at 115K right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and like 120, I think, is about where it topped out.
I think 125.5, close to that is the top. Yeah.
So teetering near the top of the market, and hopefully looking to, blow through another new high and another one for the end of time.
Hopefully,
right?
hopefully.
There you go. There is, don't invest in anything you can't lose, folks, and all that good stuff. Willie, are you out there by chance? Willie, is that you?
Yeah. Hey, man, how y'all doing tonight? Come on.
I heard some heavy breathing. I thought that had to be you.
No, hey, y'all got, this here, for all y'all out there don't know, this here's Willie Lee. I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, I got enterprises. I got stuff that I do, to make money on the side and stuff, man. Hey, look at here, Doc 69. Hey, you there, man?
I'm here, Willie. How are you?
Hey, hi, man. I'm doing good. Hey, you the man I want to talk to. Hey, Mark, how you doing, man?
Am I allowed to talk? Yeah, I'm okay. How about you?
Hey, you funny, man. Hey, John. Hey, I hope you're doing good too, man. Hey, but no, hey.
Doing great. If I'm allowed to speak.
Yeah, that's funny right there. I don't care who you are. Hey, in Portland, Oregon. Hey, this is news, man. In Portland, Oregon, they had a pumpkin smash, man. They had these elephants going out there at the Oregon Zoo. Hey, and they was smashing pumpkins. And, hey, Doc 69, now, hey, pay attention, man, because I got to ask you a question here in a minute. Hey, I had an incident, what had occurred, man. Because I want to get me one of them elephants is what I want. Because y'all know, down there in Waldo, Florida, I got me a zoo going on. And I'm asking people, because I got lions and tigers and bears. Hey, and I got, I had a giraffe. I ain't got a giraffe anymore, man. Hey, I was going to take that giraffe up to the zoo down there in Columbia, South Carolina, and I had an incident because I had the giraffe in the back of my pickup truck, man. Hey, and I hit a bridge, and it kind of it knocked the giraffe's head off, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh God,
no,
that's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah. You killed a giraffe. That's horrible. That's like. Yeah. That should never happen. But if it does, don't go on the radio and talk about it. I said it.
I think PETA's going to be upset. I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
No. Hey, I just ain't
local law enforcement.
Hey, I ain't going to tell them, man. Hey, and I've been researcherizing
You just
it, man.
did.
I'm
mentioning the EPA right now. The EPA is very interested in what you have to say, and I guarantee, just because I mentioned the EPA, that they'll get flagged and listen to this.
Okay. Hey, man, look at him. Hey, I ain't saying that I got a giraffe head for sale, but if I had a giraffe head for sale, how much would you pay for it, Doc?
Not as much as you would think, because I'm still waiting on my cockroaches that I haven't gotten. I sent the money to Saul Good, like you told me to, and I still haven't got my cockroaches.
Yeah, that's all good. He's a crook, man.
Well, why are you having money sent to him then?
Why don't you say?
Willie, you owe Doc some cockroaches, breeding ones too, good big breeding ones, the big ones.
Hey, that right there is Aunt Mama Lou's department, man. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou is supposed to be taking care of all that kind of stuff, man, on the cockroach side. Hey, for all y'all that don't know, hey, I sell cockroach milk. Hey, y'all can Googleize that too, man. That is a real thing. Cockroach milk is, hold on, let me get this paperwork right here, man. Cockroach milk is highly nutritious and beneficial to everyone for their overall health, man. Y'all Googleize it,
it's
man.
not. No, it is not.
That sounds like Fauci science.
Yeah. Source, Willie, source. You can't just say that. According to who?
Hey, see, that's funny, man. See, that's what you call lead in, man. I've been studying up on how to talk to folks and everything, man, and how to go from one thing to another, and one subject leads to another subject, man. And what y'all just done with Fauci, y'all helped me with my next lead in. Hey, my next lead in goes to the whole Fauci thing. Hey, I Googleized it, man. Hey, I asked the computer, man. I said, hey, this is true. Y'all can do it right now. I ain't even lying to you, man. If you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll tell you. I asked the computer. I said, how many flu cases were there from the 21 to 22,000 season? That's the year 2021 and 2022. There, it said right here, there was, and I'm reading it, man. This is now my source. You want sources. This is from the CDC. That stands for con men disguised as
Center for Disease Control.
Yeah,
Center for Disease Control, Willie. It's a big government agency, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. The overall burden of influenza for 2021 to 2022 season was an estimated 11 million flu illnesses, 5.1 million flu-related medical visits, 120,000 flu-related hospitalizations, and 6,300 flu deaths. This is from the CDC. So I asked it about, I said, look at here. I said, what about the 2020 flu season? Here's what it said. I'm not even lying. I got it wrote down right here, man. I got a picture captured of it and all that. And I said, how many from the 2020 to 2021 flu season? It says right here, during the 2021, the next year after 2020 season, the number of people hospitalized with flu was too low to generate stable burden estimates as is done for a typical flu season. Hey, now what does that tell you? That tells you that people was diagnosed with the flu. What they had, they didn't have COVID. They had the flu, and during 2020 and 2021, people. They wasn't even diagnosed with flu. They just automatically had COVID, man. Hey, so that tells you from the CDC that everything about that whole COVID thing was a lie. Lie is what it. Hey, now look at him. All y'all out there, all y'all out there in radio land. Y'all don't take my word for it, man. I don't need no lawsuits. Hey, look at him. If y'all have any lawsuits that y'all want to file, y'all contact Saul Good. Saul Good is he got all kind of lawyers and stuff, man. Hey, but this is the truth, man.
You just said he was a crook.
Well, but he is, man. Hey, Saul Good slick.
He's got Doc's money, and you said he's a crook, and you told Doc to send him his money, and he's got no cockroaches, and now you're telling people to go to him for legal advice.
Yeah, but look at him. Hey, look at Aunt Mama Lou was supposed. Hey, this is
Willie,
the truth,
dumb.
man. Hey, there's something about dumb. Hey, do you either plum dumb, some dumb, or dumb dumb?
You're a dumb.
That's funny right there. Hey, we need to take that show on the road, man. Hey, y'all know I do stand-up comedy and stuff, man, all across the country, man. I get booed off the stage more than anybody else. I get up there, I tell them who I am, and they say, get off the stage. Hey, I still get paid for showing up, man. No, hey, this ain't no lie, man. Hey,
Will, you know what those numbers about do you know what they remind me of? Is the national popular vote, okay? In 2008, Barack Obama, 69 million. In 12, he got 65 million. Hillary Clinton, 65 million. Joe Biden, 81 million votes. Kamala Harris, 68 million votes. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, hey, that's what happens when you can get dead people to vote.
Well, I mean, Biden was dead. It's not a shock that the dead came out to vote for him. I mean,
that's wrapped around the COVID. They're the same story about that. You know, there weren't no pneumonia. It was all COVID. And nobody got the flu that year, but all of them went and voted for Obama, didn't they? 81 million. When Hillary only got 65. Barack Obama, and his best, got 69 million votes. And he smoked him. He whooped him. He's way more popular than Obama ever was.
Yeah. Hey, Biden died for like 5 years ago, man. We are the only country to have had a robot for a president, man.
True story.
AutoPen.
That's true. That's
true. Yeah, hey, yeah. How about Donald Trump called him Auto Pen? He hung his picture up. He hung his picture up in the White House, man. He said, "Look at him. There's this president and that president, and he going down the line with the pictures of presidents. And the last one before him was President Auto Pen. And that's what it was. It was a picture of an auto pen. You can't make it up, man. Hey, look at him." Hey, look, I found
so Willie,
package.
now how much do you have to do with this destruction of the East Wing that's going on?
Yeah. See, I like to call a lead in, man. Say, you good, because you knew I was going in that direction. Hey, that's funny. Hillary Clinton said that Donald Trump had no right. He had no right to destroy the East Wing. She said that is the people's house. That's not his house. Donald Trump come back and he said, he said, I got an idea. He said, let's call it the Monica Lewinsky Ballroom. He shut her up quick, man. That's funny right there. What else you got, man? Come on. Hey, we're on a roll now. What you call
Monica
a roll?
Lewinsky fondles the ballroom.
But hey, nobody said nothing when Barack Obama started tearing stuff up to make a basketball court. Hey, that's a true story right there, man. Hey, but
didn't he take out the bowling alley to put in a basketball court? Didn't he remove the bowling alley?
Yeah,
I think there was another one that was built. I think he tore one down, built another one, and then I don't know if the basketball court had anything to do with that same real estate, but I don't know though. I just don't know. Well, I shouldn't even probably respond.
Hey, look at him, man. Hey, I got a credible source, man. His name is Joe M. And Joe M., he said that you're told that demolishing the East Wing is about building a new ballroom. Well, the truth about it is it's about demolishing underground tunnels. And you're told that the shutdown is due to the inability of the Democrats and the Republicans to reach an agreement. Well, hey, guess what? The recess appointments for Trump judges who will be overseeing the legal takedown of the cabal. That's what it's all about, man. It's, hey, you got to look behind the scenes, man. Read between the lines and all this other kind of stuff. And that's what he's doing. He's abolishing the tunnels that are up underneath the White House, man. Now, hey, I don't know where them tunnels lead to. They lead to somewhere, and Donald Trump don't like it, and he gonna put a stop to it, man. Hey, no, hey, I heard told, man, because y'all know I was in the Secret Service. Well, I'm still in the Secret Service. But the thing about it is, though, is there is a tunnel system that goes all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast, man. It's a high-speed rail system, and trucks can go through it. Hey, you can literally go
Isn't the hub in Denver? Like, that's the main hub is under the airport in Denver, right?
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, it goes from New York to underneath the airport there in Denver, man. Hey, Mark, you're on top of things, man. I'm telling you what.
That was Doc. That's not Mark. That's Doc.
I thought I was Mark.
You specifically told Mark he can't talk to you.
And hey, Mark, man, hey, I love Mark. Don't get me wrong, man, but hey, Mark goes on diatribes. He goes on diatribes. Hey, you get to talking, man, and he's like, bye, 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 bye. I'm watching the minutes go by. Hey, look, it's like I sign in, and look at here, it just went from 20 to 21, and I know I ain't got but about 4 more minutes to go. And Mark going, bye, 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 bye. That's funny.
Well, you're the one going right now, Willie. So get to your point. What do you got to say?
Hey, because this is my portion of the show. Y'all have allotted this time to me. No, I took up. Oh man, y'all crack me up. This is funny right here.
Willie, you're not supposed to suck the air out of the whipped cream cans. Okay, you're supposed to just shake them up and put the whipped cream out. You don't suck the air out of the top, okay?
It's not nearly as fun.
Hey, y'all just jealous, man. Y'all ain't got none of this Willie's rocket juice, man. Hey, I make this stuff myself, man. Oh, look at him. Hey, I tried to sell it, but then the DPA or some government organization come down there and told me I couldn't sell it no Hey, but then I got to thinking, I said, look at him. I'm kind of gaining weight from this Willie's Rocket Juice. And I told myself, I said, what I was going to do is go down to the gym. And then I got to thinking to myself, I went down to the gym and I watched these people. Hey, this ain't no lie. This is the truth. Like I said, if you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll tell you, man. Hey, I watched this woman and she was down there. She had a ball and she kept throwing her ball on the floor and leaning down and picking it up. And then she leaned back up and then she'd take her ball and throw it on the floor again. And she'd lean down. She kept dropping her ball. And I'm like, man, I need to walk over there and help that woman pick up her ball. And I went over there and I told her, I said, look at him, you hold on to the ball right here and you won't drop it no more. And she said she was dropping it on purpose. And I said, okay. I turned around and walked off because I thought she was one of them left-wing liberal Portland, Oregon Democrats, man.
You got to be careful picking up lady balls in Portland, man.
Lady balls, that's funny. Then I seen this other man. And he was over there in the corner and he was fighting the air, man. He was mad at somebody, man. I'm telling you. He kept fighting the air. And I walked over to him. I said, man, who you fighting? Hey, Ty, he said, I'm going to be fighting you in a minute. He said, walk away. And I knew I could have took him if I wanted to, man. But I just like, no, hey, man. But then I got to thinking, man, hey, I'm going to make my own gym. Because they had these people, they was on these treadmills and they was on these kind of pretend bicycles and stuff, man, and they was generating a lot of power and a lot of electricity. And I thought to myself, if I had my own gym, I could hook up alternators and charge batteries and stuff. And that's what I'm fixing to do. If I can get up with Doc 69 and maybe he can give me some like what you call cash infusion, I can do all that, man. Hey, and
I'm gonna need to get my cockroaches first.
Hey,
I'll tell you, you're onto something, Willie. If you go to the gym and you pedal for an hour and they give you like a percentage of the energy you generate, you could pay for your gym membership just by actually going there and working out.
I'll have my own gym, though, man. That's the beauty of it, man. Gym power, my own property. Hey, and then I can gym power the whole town of Sandy Run, or I can gym power the whole town.
I think there was a Black Mirror episode like that.
Yeah, I could gym power the whole state of South Carolina, man. Hey, look at him.
You imagine you're sitting on a little bicycle, you're pedaling away, and you quit, you're tired, you're hot, sweaty, and then Willie comes out in his underwear and asks you, hey, man, I'm just watching TV. You done there? What are you doing, man? Get back on there. But folks, we are all out of time for Willie's segment. Man, Willie, thanks so much for coming on. You will forever be remembered for your experience with the Lady Balls in Portland. Folks, we're all out of time. We'll be right back after this.
Flat Earth, man. Hey.
All right, we're on radio break. You got it in.
I didn't get around to my... Hey, no,
don't pick up lady balls, Willie.
No, I got a whole thing here about worm hot dogs and selling them to Donald Trump, man. I got worm hot dogs and cricket flour buns is going to the White House, and I got where I had to I donated $4.33 to Trump, man, and I'm trying to convince another 1 million people to donate that much. Hey, I didn't even get around to my monkeys. I got zombified monkeys. I found a package of white stuff on the beach at Myrtle Beach. Hey, my monkeys got into it. Now they all zombified, man.
Willie, did you catch that video out of Florida where all the monkeys were jumping out of the trees into the river? Oh, it went viral last week. It's kind of cool.
A river?
It totally made me, or it might have been a pond or whatever, but yeah. There's just some woman in a kayak, and all of a sudden, like, all these monkeys just jump out of the tree and into the water and swim to the other side.
I hadn't seen that. You said that's in Florida?
Yeah, that's why it reminded me so much of you.
Okay, no, they got an island off the coast of South Carolina that's got a bunch of monkeys on it.
I'm sure if you go to your little TikTok thing and look it up, you'll see it. Yeah. I mean, it's not anything. I just described to you what it is. That's all you're going to see is what I just described. But it's still, it's totally, it was so up your alley. I was like, that's Willie.
Yeah. Hey, that's true about the CDC, though, man.
Yeah.
Ask them about the 2021 season. It says it's too low to generate a season chart or whatever during the 2020 2020-2021 season, the number of people hospitalized with flu was too low to generate. Yet the year before, there was 11 million cases.
And the year after. The year before and the year after. But that 1 year in the middle, there was 0.
Yeah. Have you heard about that pumpkin smash there in Oregon?
I didn't hear about it this year, but I have heard about it before. I actually worked at a pet crematory. We had to deal with one of the dead elephants one time.
No shit.
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
It took us 3 days to burn.
How'd you even do it? I mean,
how?
Just take it out in the back and
chainsaw.
get a bunch of tires?
Yeah, you chainsaw it and cut it up.
Who did that? You?
I'd get a bunch of old tires and get them burned, and then just get a forklift, dump the thing on top of the old tires, and there you go.
The zoo brought it in already cut up for us, and we had to unload it, and it was horrendous. It was the most horrific smell you've ever smelled in your life.
Man.
Oh, jeez. I mean, you get an animal crematorium, and you're doing good, and then somebody says you want an elephant, and you're like, oh, God, let me run the numbers on the per pound on that.
That's basically what it came down to. It was too much money to turn down. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get that chance very often. I actually got one of the vertebrae after it was all done and we cleaned it out. And we were taking the bones out to grind them up and get rid of them. I kept one of the vertebrae.
Wow.
It's like the size of It's like the size of a ashtray almost.
Willie's jealous as hell right now.
Well, apparently you can get $40,000 for a giraffe head. I looked it up.
Oh, nice.
Not when it's all smashed up, though.
I would have bought it from you, Willie, but the thing is it has that silly, stupid look on it. When it got smacked up against its head against the damn bridge, all right? So I don't want it then, Maybe if I mounted it on my truck, maybe, I don't know. People would probably stare and cause accidents. I don't want that,
And then your listener turned off the radio. See, that's your problem right there. You talk and you don't listen.
Well, anyways, we got 30 seconds.
All right. I love you guys, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, Willie. We'll see you next week. Oh, he's funny.
Yep. Here's your
countdown.
Funny
like a clown.
5, 4.
He's here to amuse me.
3, 2, 1. And you are live and back on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for October 26, 2025. With me tonight, we've got Dr. 420. What's going on, Doc?
Oh, just talking all the crazy with Willie. He's always a fun time. Always.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's funny, man. I swear, the guy just, I don't know how he just has that level of energy, And we're on the West Coast. He's on the East Coast. It's like, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night for him.
It's impressive. It is.
Yeah. Sunday night, everyone's cooling down, and he just comes in here with all the energy he could ever muster. But good for him. And let's see. Speaking of all the energy you could ever muster, you've heard of Trump derangement syndrome, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Trump derangement syndrome. It's a real problem for some people. Now there's ballroom derangement syndrome. Right? We talked about the ballroom a little bit earlier, but let's get into this because Eric Swalwell from California, Fartwell, is demanding. He said, quote, "Don't even think of seeking the Democratic nomination for president unless you pledge to take a wrecking ball to the Trump ballroom on day one." End quote.
Isn't that the guy that slept with the Chinese spy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought he was gay, but then you remember that story and you're like, oh yeah, he's not gay.
Well, maybe.
At least today. At least at that point in time, he wasn't.
I just find it funny that a guy who's so utterly corrupt like that man has the nerve to just be the absolute lunatic online that he is.
And get reelected. He's an elected official. Yep. I mean, you got to be kidding me. This guy, you want to tear this thing down, sight unseen. No, you don't know what it's going to be, but if they don't guarantee that they're going to tear it down, take that $300 million that was put into that building and just destroy it and leave a hole in the ground there for the next 5 years, you can't even run for the nomination.
Well, and then of course they'll charge the taxpayers to rebuild something that they like on top of it.
Oh, it'll be $1 billion for them to rebuild something half as nice as what was already there.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's just how government works.
Very
That's
democratic
why they're
of
so
them.
pissed. If they're pissed about anything, they're pissed about the fact that they don't get to, hand out all these contracts to their people. Right?
Probably the thing that made them the most angry is they didn't get to grift off of it. I would absolutely agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a cousin who would do the concrete in there for $100 million. It'd be the best concrete ever, except for it'd be, the worst.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It's the way they work, but really, ballroom derangement syndrome is what it is here.
Yeah, it's pretty wild too. It's gone pretty viral on top of being a thing on the news. Like, people are making posts about it and freaking out about it, and it's very weird. But it's an extension of Trump derangement syndrome. Anything the man does that is slightly outside of their uniparty vision for the United States they have to freak out about it, even if it's one of their own ideas from 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And, again, when they have big, events with dignitaries from different countries or, whoever it is, they don't have anywhere in the White House to do that. So they put up tents in the backyard, basically, and porta potties.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure they're really nice, porta potties are the ones in the trailers with the, sinks and the whole 9 yards, but they're still porta potties.
It just doesn't say a great deal about your nation when you have dignitaries come sit on your lawn furniture, and have to use the porta potty. Yeah, it's not exactly the most awe-inspiring moment. It's much nicer. I again, like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm utterly shocked there wasn't a ballroom in the White House already for this very thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And it'll be, they can partition it off. I'm sure they can do all kinds of beautiful things to make it all flexible and you name it. And the East Wing was home to the First Lady's offices and whatnot. And so now that'll all be sort of incorporated together with this giant ballroom that's just perfect for the First Lady. It's like that's your deal. Go run with it.
A whole place to entertain and do all the things that First Ladies do. Putting out the big dinners and for the dignitaries and doing the fundraiser events and all of those kind of things. I mean, a ballroom for a White House, for what it's built for, is a useful thing for the White House to have. It's just silly that they've made such a big deal out of it because Trump's doing it. It's so silly.
And of all the people to do it, Trump is by far the most qualified president by a mile to get this done. Have you seen Barack Obama's library, or what is he calling it, a center?
Yeah.
Right?
His North Korean guard tower, yeah.
Which is your legacy. That's what you want people to remember you by. And it looks like Donald Trump's it'll be beautiful. I guarantee it. It'll be the most beautiful, stunning building you've ever seen by a mile. Right? And it'll get built in record time.
Yep, of course it will. Yeah. I heard even that the people they have coming in to do the interior are monks that built their own monastery. So apparently the people that they have coming in to do this are some of their their craft work is some of the most sought after craft work in all of the world. So these are people that have a unique skill that is recognized the world over, coming to work on the White House for our president. I mean, 20 years ago in my lifetime, this would have been a celebration. Everybody would have been behind. Democrats, Republicans, everyone would have been like, this is a great thing for America.
Yeah. It's all politics now. He can't do anything. Trump derangement syndrome, man. He can't do anything. I love beautiful oxygen. It's beautiful. I breathe it every day.
If he came out pro-oxygen, I would not doubt there would be a few Democrats out there that try to suffocate themselves.
He brought up a Harvard study about how Tylenol is bad for you if you're pregnant, right? Acetaminophen.
Yep.
How it's dangerous for your kid. It could very well be a major source of autism in this country. And just please, don't take too much of it. And what people were overdosing on it.
Yep.
Having miscarriages because they took so much of it to prove a point on TikTok that congratulations, you proved your point all right. It wasn't Trump and RFK saying it. It was Harvard medical studies. They were pointing out studies that have been done that have shown this. And even Tylenol itself said, don't take our product if you're pregnant.
Yeah. That's
right.
The weirdest thing to me is that Tylenol put this study out in 2013, confirming that it was not for pregnant. They didn't recommend it for pregnant women. That was 12 years ago that we knew that you don't. And now that Trump says it, all of a sudden, it's this new wild, crazy thing they have to be against. It's insane. These people are insane. Let's be honest. They are.
Again, beautiful oxygen. I breathe it every morning. First thing I do when I wake up, I take a big, deep breath.
The sun. It's such the greatest sun. It's so big. It's so bright.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and the first thing I'm going to do is hold my breath. I'm not even going to breathe when I wake up tomorrow. I'll show him. It's gotten to a point where I don't even know what to make of it, folks. I don't even know what to make of it. The derangement is so hardcore. Yeah.
Yep.
I could get into some other stuff, but anyway, let's dive into Flopadopoulos over on ABC was interviewing the CEO of Walmart, John Furner, and trying to, listen to the clip. He's feeding them these like loaded questions, and the Walmart CEO is like having none of it.
Let's talk about Thanksgiving first. Food prices are up, especially turkey. So what are you doing to help customers keep the cost down?
Good morning, George. It's great to see you. We are really excited about what we have planned for this year at Thanksgiving, and I can't believe it's already that time of year, but this is a time of year when people...
So the question was, food prices are way up, especially turkey, right? Loaded question.
People are busy. They don't want to sacrifice quality, and we want to do all we can to help them celebrate the holiday any way they want, and we want to do it in a way that's very affordable with a lot of value. So I want to talk about a couple things with the Thanksgiving basket. First, we started putting together this idea of having the entire basket easy to purchase, easy to assemble back in 2022. And this year, we will have the best prices on this basket we've had since the program started. We're down about 25% from last year, down about $14 for the basket, which puts us in a position where this basket is just under $4 a person when serving 10 people. So we have a great basket that has a mix of our great brands, like Butterball turkeys. Our turkey prices, George, are all the way back to what they were in 2019 at 97 cents a pound. So we're really excited about the progress. I was really impressed when the team brought me this. It was better than I expected. So we're looking forward to a great holiday season, and we want to help people celebrate.
Oh, man. Turkey prices are the lowest since 2019, and the basket is down 25% from last year. Now, should I go back and play the original question again?
Right.
Let's do that, just for kicks and giggles. Let's go back and play the original question. Here it is.
Let's talk about Thanksgiving first. Food prices are up, especially turkey. So what are you doing to help customers keep the cost?
Flat out lies in the question.
Flopadopoulos, down 25% from the last year of Joe Biden's,
Yeah.
And if you think about it too, this basket, whatever's in it, I saw, they showed a picture of it. There's cranberry, there's stovetop stuffing, there's a whole turkey, there's, potatoes, everything you need to get a meal on the table for 10 people at $4 a head. So, I mean, if we're going to invite 10 people over, and I know I can go down to Walmart and comfortably buy a $40 basket of food that's going to feed everybody for $4 a head. Now I got plenty of money left over for extra pies and all kinds of goodies, right? I mean, $40 to feed everybody the actual meal? That's a steal.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing about this whole, the way they present the information to people, like, we know that prices have gone up in various things over the last couple of years. Like, things go up and they go down. It's been pretty wild, actually, how prices have swung all over the place. And there's reasons for that. There's actual functional reasons that happen, like interruptions in the food supply. They had to cull a bunch of chickens, made the egg prices go real high. These kind of things all happen. And they have little, if anything, to do with what Trump's doing. Mm-hmm. What they do is try to convince people that Trump has created this horrible situation in just 9 months of being president, that everything is wrecked in the economy, when really we had 4 years of Joe Biden's inflation that caused the prices to rise the way they did. And so it's like, I don't understand how people even still watch Stephanopoulos and all these other idiots. I don't know how anybody even bothers watching them anymore. It's insane to me.
Well, it's to have it, it's just to have it. It's Sunday morning and you and the wife are going to watch TV, and you've always watched these shows, so you're just going to keep on watching them because you don't want to rock the boat and say, hey, can we watch hockey instead? It's like, no. That's what we always watch,
Yeah.
But you talk about Floppadopoulos being a hack. Here's the next question he asked him.
How about President Trump's tariffs? They're contributing to higher costs across the board. I know you're absorbing some of the cost, how much is going to be passed on to consumers as they turn to holiday items?
Well, George, we're, as you know, selling a really wide variety of products, and about 2/3 of what we sell is either made, grown, or assembled here in the United States. And so our merchants have done a really nice job of mixing things out. This basket is a great example of where we're keeping prices down. The other thing we do at Walmart, we have a program called Rollbacks, which we've had for decades. And as we stand here today, we get to talk today, we have about 7,000 items on Rollbacks, which is up about 1,000 from where we began the beginning of the year. So we are really focused on ensuring that across categories.
Yeah, in other words, your BS thing about the tariffs, no, it doesn't affect us really. And we're Walmart, and we're not worried about it.
Well, I think a lot of the interesting thing about the way he phrased that question is that there has been some price increase on tariffed goods, but it's been very select and only if they come directly from the country. If you're coming into the United States to an American company is buying the product, they're going to have to pay a tariff maybe, but they don't have to charge a tariff if the market has a price range in it that's workable. So you don't have to pass on all of those tariff costs to the United States. And not to mention, not all of the tariffs have gone into effect. Like the areas that we're seeing bad economies are all blue states, and their gas prices are through the roof. And it's policies from those states that are causing the states to have bad economies. It's not what Trump's doing. So they're conflating two different issues with it. They're conflating the real economic effects that are going on in half of the country with things that Trump did, and they're not the same thing. I hate that they do
exactly.
That. They try to confuse people on purpose.
Mm-hmm. And the tariffs are honestly on things that we're going to start making here in the United States because it'll be cheaper and easier to make them here. So increase manufacturing here. Then you have a choice. You can buy the product that's now maybe cheaper because it doesn't have a tariff. It's made in the United States. Or the one that's actual garbage, that's made in China that has 100% tariff. And if you do choose that one, the tariff just goes, it's a tax that goes into the coffers of the government, So it's not like you're just pissing the money away to another country. At least, a matching amount of that money stays here in the United States. And then the small little sliver of profit that China makes, they still get it, but it's way harder for them to earn it.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that China is producing a lot of the stuff that they produce under market, like they're selling it on the market for less than what it costs to make it because they're trying to crush the market so they can corner it. This is a common tactic that was used very early on in the industrialization of the United States by the mega industrial companies to squeeze out smaller competition. You produce, say, your coal and your steel at sub-production cost, and then you get everybody to use your steel, and it drives the other steel companies out of business. That's what
and then
China's
you can raise
doing.
prices.
Yeah, that's what China's
and then when
doing.
you own the entire market, you raise prices, and just
Exactly.
now you own the whole market, so no one can come in and compete with you. You put laws and whatnot in place to,
yeah, exactly.
It's the oldest book in the game, man. Once you get big enough, you just start throwing money at politicians, and they make laws that make it nearly impossible for anyone to rise up and compete against you.
Yeah.
And
that's really what
it's
China's
so
been
much
doing.
cheaper to buy a politician. Yeah.
Well, it's same thing that Israel does with our military-industrial complex. They buy the politicians so that the military-industrial complex, the money keeps flowing to Israel to keep itself safe from all the Middle East stuff. It's the same thing China's doing. They buy off the politicians to keep the trade open and flowing in their favor.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and I think Israel's getting sick of it as much as we are. To tell you the truth.
The people are for sure. The people are for sure.
Yeah, they're like, they want to kind of sever ties more because it's like we're not America's, BITCH. But anyway, let's get into Nigeria. Okay, have you seen the actual genocide that's happening down there with Christians?
I haven't watched any of the videos, or I try to stay away from getting any of the content. I've read some articles, though. It's pretty horrendous from what I hear.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many videos. I don't know if there are a lot of videos, in some of these areas, and if there are, they're destroyed. But yeah, it's the oldest game in the book, man. It's just Christian genocide. It happens all over the world. And right now it's particularly brutal in Nigeria, where it's a big country with with the largest city in Africa is in Nigeria. I'm trying to think of the name of it right now, but
is it Nairobi?
It could be. Many millions of people. It's massive, and this is happening more in the rural areas where Islam is pushed down through northern Africa, and they've crossed the Sahara Desert now, and they're pushing down into the rest of western Africa right now. And it's going to be a brutal war that's going to play out on the streets down there. And the less coverage of it that America sees, the better it is for the powers that be, the globalists, for us not to cover this story, which is why it is so, quiet right now. I mean, we're talking entire villages, counties, we're talking massive areas that are just being cleansed. And I mean, they go in there and they kill everybody. They don't go in and try to convert you. They just kill you.
Yeah, it's Boko Haram,
over and over.
Isn't it? Isn't this the radical Muslims doing the slaughtering?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think you might be right with Boko Haram. It doesn't mention them specifically in the article I have pulled up in front of me. This article is more about the a Christian missionary who was just kidnapped by Boko Haram or whoever it is over there. Part of a group called SIM, Serving in Medicine or something. It's a group, they've been around forever, and he was a pilot working for them, shuttling people around by air, and he got picked up and off you go. Probably never to be seen again.
Yeah, and the genocides that go on in Africa that people talk about, like the quote unquote genocide in Gaza. And let's not discuss what it is or isn't, but what goes on in Africa, especially with the Muslims versus the Christians, it's pure slaughter. They just go through and kill every human being that they see, and desecrate the bodies, burn the land, burn the villages to the ground. It's truly some of the most horrific stuff that you can think of. And it's done in the name of quote unquote God, because, they're Muslims. This is the kind of stuff that, like what the Christians faced at the very beginning of Christianity in Rome, when they were being persecuted and taken as slaves and used for cannon fodder in the arena. It's very similar kind of treatment. They're basically considered lower forms of humanity. They're not even human in the eyes of these people doing it. And it's completely ignored because anybody who wants to defend Christianity here in the West, you're considered a racist or this or that or the other thing. You know, the whole mainstream media gets into that idea that Christianity is somehow bad, which is insane to me. But it's surprising to me more Christians aren't talking about this. But then again, it's Africa. When do we ever really talk about Africa? You know?
And this is a story that has been going on, as I was talking about before. The Muslim religion in North Africa is predominant. It's there, but it's spreading further south, and this is how it spreads. It's a very, very brutal way that it spreads, because it's it's their goal. Any Muslim's goal is to see the world be all Muslim. Like Christians go on missionaries for the same reason. They go to the far corners of Africa and teach Christianity to the ancestors of the people that are being slaughtered today. Every religion has it in their bones to become global, and everybody thinks the one religion is true, and now you have peace in the world, right? So it's not to be for people that say no, this isn't what Muslims want. Well, of course it is. They want to spread their religion to be everywhere. If you ask anyone in Dearborn, Michigan, they'll say, yeah, we want all of America to be like Dearborn, Michigan, to be a Muslim-run Sharia city.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
a founding pillar of the religion, is to spread Islam by any means necessary, including lying. They actually have a whole text section in their book about how they're allowed to spread Islam. So, yeah, I mean, this is... What I find really sad about the whole thing is that the Christian churches aren't doing more to help. Like the church is
where's
there.
The Vatican here?
Like exactly, the Vatican has the ability to raise an army if they wanted to. Why aren't they defending these Catholics in Nigeria?
They could raise a massive army and bring in every Air Force and whatever in the world behind them on their backs if they went in there with as the lead of the sword, right?
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It really feels like to me that these people are in Nigeria are being sacrificed because the church doesn't want to step on the toes of Africa. Like they have, because the Catholic Church has been kind of sucked up into the globalism at the top levels, and so I think they are sacrificing these people because they don't want to cause waves. I think it's
either way though, it's a brutal thing that's happening, and it's not going to stop. Like if no one's paying attention now, it's never going to stop.
Yeah,
it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. And God bless the people down there. I wish them all the luck. But hey, let's wrap it up here. This has been the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Doc, thanks so much for coming by. Where can people find you online?
You can always find me on the Twitter, on Rumble, on my favorite platform, Minds, or over on Odyssey as well.
At DOCTORE 420.
That's
Dr. 420.
That's correct.
Oh, folks, thanks so much for listening. We love each and every one of you. If you want to find me and all of the sources that I use to run the show, just go to my channel over on Minds.com, which is Minds.com/CensorshipSucks. And you'll find me right away. And everything we talk about is sourced right there on that page. So, folks, thanks so much for listening. It's always a pleasure to have each and every one of you out there for the full 2 hours. And if you're here, I don't know, smash that like button, all that good stuff. We will see you on Wednesday night. Thanks so much for listening. This has been the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show.
All right. Great show, guys.
Excellent.
All right. Great show, Doc.
So,
Thank you.
Do you want to do an after show, or?
I'm not going to be able to stay. I got to take care of a doggy here, but you guys have a good night.
All right. Well, then.
All right. Thanks, Doc.
I'll just go ahead and edit, and we'll call it a night here. And I'll host over to The Great Conspiracy over on Kick.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Yep. I'll see you on Wednesday night.
All right. Let me get the stuff ready for that. And, yep. And I will catch up with you then. All right. Great Conspiracy on Kick. Here we come. Appreciate each and every one of you out there. Thanks for stopping in tonight.